Mr. Orindo Manuel. Since the majority of PAC members are present, there is a quorum, sir.
Thank you, Sir Manny. Today's procurement activities is the pre conference of 12 civil works projects, namely with contract ID 23I0184, construction of plant mitigation structure along Banilla River, Barangay Salyo, Umingan, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 48,250,000. The second civil works project with contract ID 23I0196, construction of multipurpose building, evacuation center at Hillside, Barangay Paldit, Sison, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 6,755,000. Third project with contract ID 23AI0198, construction of multi-purpose building at Barangay Piaz, Villasis, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 6,755,000. Fourth project with contract ID 23I0199, construction of multi-purpose building, evacuation center at Mitigation, Tomas, Barangay, Poblacion West, Santo Tomas, Pangasinan, also with semi-ABC of 6,755,000 pesos. Fifth project with contract ID 23I0201, construction of multipurpose building, Convertible to Evacuation Center, at Ramon Costales Memorial National High School, Villasis, Pangasinan, also with contract with budget contract with 6,755,000. Six project with contract ID 23I0202, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Gold, Banilla, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 6,755,000. Seven project with contract ID 23I0205, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay Biglangan West, Alcala, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 6,755,000. The eighth project with contract ID 230209, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay San Nicolas, Alcala, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 6,755,000. The eighth project with contract ID 23I0215, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay Anis, Lawak, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 6,755,000. The ninth project with contract ID 23I0217, construction of road at Asunggat, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 11,880,000 pesos. The tenth project with contract ID 24AI0045, installation of signage, warning, advisory, and regulatory signs, pavement markings, and street lights along Manila North Road, and kilometer 189 plus 700 from kilometer 190 plus 685, Binalanan, Pangasinan. 11th project with contract ID 24AI0046, construction of multipurpose building, Poblacion, Banilla, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 40,850,000. Philippines. This is also to give the prospective leaders a chance to clarify other issues related to the contract in the project's needs. However, attendance is mandatory for the prospective leader, but yet you they don't
Thank you, sir. We will now discuss the eligibility requirements for the contracts to be bid. Documents to be submitted by the bidders. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically/online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in BDS ITB Clause 21 as per DO 87 Series of 2020, electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contracts. All electronic bids must be sent to the email address electronicbids_Pangasinan3rd at dpwh.gov.ph. Each bidder shall submit one original copy of the first and second components of its bid. Checklist of technical and financial documents. Technical proposal, Class A documents. It includes the legal documents. Valid Villages registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages, in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Technical documents. Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Special PCAB license in case of joint ventures, and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of lead security. If in the form of surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. The bid validity period and bid security validity period should be 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security as enumerated below. For cash or cashiers or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, and for bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, the amount of bid security should not be less than 2% of ABC. For surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, the amount of bid security should not be less than 5% of ABC. For project requirements, shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel, for example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foreman, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience stated. For project manager, project engineer, and foreman, the minimum years of similar experience should be 5 years, while for materials engineer, he or she should be DPWH accredited materials engineer 1. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and are under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment, lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. An original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, NFCC, is as follows. Current assets minus current liabilities multiplied by 15 minus value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects but not yet started, coinciding with the contract to be bid. For Class B documents, if applicable, the signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the GVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For financial proposal, it includes original of the design and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under RA 9184, original of the design bid prices in bill of quantities, duly accomplished detailed bid form, including a summary sheet, and cash flow by quarter. Criteria and procedure for detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award. The financial component of bids of each factor shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid prices which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in evaluation of bid prices. Completeness. No price in the required item means non-complying. Indicating a zero or a dash means free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices and figures versus words. Words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item. Unit price prevails. Totals versus actual sum of component items. Actual prevails. Unit costing estimate versus unit costing BOQ. Latter prevails. If above ABC, non-complying. For post-qualification, the verification of the following legal requirements is needed. Licenses, certificates, permits, and non-included blacklists. Technical requirements. Single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract. Key personnel. Minimum work experience requirement should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment. Failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific bidder's location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security per DO 58 series of 2012. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract term and conditions at the time of inspection, liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor, DO 127 series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH, authenticity on correctness of bid security. For financial requirements, audited financial statements, especially current assets and liabilities, up-to-date value of all outstanding or uncompleted works under ongoing and awarded contracts, updated NFCC versus ABC. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that first, personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and second, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. This certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. Contract of award. The contract shall be awarded to the bidder's bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of the notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof in accordance with Section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of the RA 9184. Common reasons for rejection of bids and eligibility and post disqualification of bidder. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission, indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key personnel. Failure to indicate of bid in the bid form. Late submission of bid. Failure to submit supporting documents. Sample certification of availability of equipment. Bids in the ongoing projects, -15% or -10% in each of two or more projects, unsatisfactory CPS rating, incomplete pages of bid documents, either for technical or financial, authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. For single proprietor, the signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, it should be board secretary certificate and board resolution. For joint venture, it should be joint venture resolution or agreement. And for partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Leonardo, for the first for the first four projects will be discussed by Mitigation of the projects.
For the first four project, for the first project, contract ID number 23EI0184, the ties contract name, construction of flood mitigation structure along Manila River, Barangay, Sison, Umingan, Pangasinan. The scope of work and item description, construction of dike. Approved budget for the contract is 48 million to 50,000 pesos. And for the contract duration is 192 calendar days. For the second project, contract ID number 23EI0196, advertised contract name, construction of multipurpose building at Evacuation Center, Hillside, Barangay, Paldit, Sison, Pangasinan. The scope of work and item description, construction of multipurpose building, evacuation center, covered court with 20 meters by 30 meters, 5 span at 6 meters per span with floor area 600 square meter at 0.4 meters elevation from NGL, steel column painted, column pedestal, clustered painted finish, pre-painted metal sheets, cladding at front, back, and two sides, with frame, with gutter, downspout, and catch basin, with building permit, with demolition, and basketball board with ring, two set. Completed, complete electrical works, comfort room, 3 meters by 4.5 meters, at 6.20 meters from EGL, painted, plastered finish, at glaze tiles at those comfort room only, glaze tiles at comfort room with a height of 1.20 meters, and sink, complete plumbing and electrical works. With bleachers at both sides, the length of 30 meters, painted, plastered finish, without railings. Approved budget for the contract is 6,755,000 pesos. And for the contract duration is 145 calendar days. For the third project, contract ID number 23EI0198, and notice contract name, construction of multipurpose building and evacuation center, Barangay Piaz, Villasis, Pangasinan. For the scope of work and item description, construction of multipurpose building, evacuation center, covered court, with 18 meters by 30 meters, 5 spans at 6 meters per span, with floor area of 540 square meters at 0.40 meters elevation from NGL without ramp railing, steel column, painted, column pedestal, plastered, pre-painted metal sheets as cladding at front, back, and two side with frame, with gutter, downspout, and catch basin, with building permit, with demolition and basketball board with two sets, complete electrical works, comfort room, 3 meters by 4.5 meters, at 0.20 meters from natural ground line, painted, plastered finish, and glaze tiles at 2 CR only, glaze tiles at CR with a height of 1.20 meters and sink, complete plumbing and electrical works, stage 3 meters by 10 meters with floor tiles, plastered, painted finish. Approved budget for the contract is 6,755,000 pesos. And for the contractor is 145 calendar days. For the project, contract ID number 23EI 0199, re-advertise contract name, construction of multipurpose building, evacuation center at Villa Santo Tomas, Barangay, Poblacion West, in Santo Tomas, Pangasinan. The scope of work and item description, construction of multipurpose building, evacuation center, covered court, 15 meters by 5 meters, 5 spans at 5 meter per span with floor area of 375 square meters, at 0.40 meters elevation from EGL with PWD wrap, railings, steel column painted, column pedestal, plastered, pre-painted metal shameless cladding at front, back and two side with frame, with gutter, downspout, and catch basin with building permit, with demolition, basketball board, with rail, two sets, complete electrical works with coronated rubberized base, CRB floor coating, 14 meters by 24 meters, 15 meters by 25 meters slab comfort room with the 3 meters by 4.5 meters at 0.20 meters from EGL, painted plastered finish and glaze tiles at CR only, glaze tiles at CR with a height of 1.20 meters and sink. Complete plumbing and electrical works, pictures at both sides with a length of 25 meters, painted plastered finish with steel matting at both sides. The approved budget for the contract is 6,755,000 pesos. And for the contract duration is 145 calendar days.
For the next project, with the contract ID of 23AI0200, re-advertise. Contract name, repair of classrooms, Ernestin Gonzalez, Central School, Santo Tomas, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, masonry work, septic tank with plumbing fixtures, and glaze tiles, electric lightings, roofing works, ceiling works, painting works. For the approved budget for the contract, 1,254,500 pesos. Contract duration of 45 calendar days. For the next project, with the contract ID of 23AI0201, re-advertise. Contract name, construction of multipurpose building, convertible to evacuation center, Don Ramon E. Costales Memorial National High School, Villasis, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, construction of multipurpose building, convertible to evacuation center, covered court, 14 meters elevation from NGL, with PWD ramp and railing. Steel column painted, column pedestal, plastered with building permit, with demolition, basketball board with ring, 2 sets, complete electrical works, comfort room with 3 meters by 4.5 meters, 0.2 meters from NGL, painted plastered finish, and glaze tiles at 2 CR only, glaze tiles at CR with a height of 1.2 meters and sink. Complete plumbing and electrical works, bleachers at both sides, with a length of 3 meters, painted, plastered, finished, and tiles at seed stage, 3 meters by 10 meters, with floor tiles, plastered, painted, finish. Approved budget for the contract, 6,755,000 pesos, with a contract duration of 145 calendar days. For the next contract, contract ID of 23AI0202, re-advertise. Contract name, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Buwet, Banilla, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description, construction of multipurpose building, covered court, 80 meters by 30 meters, 5 span at 6 meters with floor area of 540 square meters. 0.6 meters elevation from NGL without ramp railing, steel column painted, column pedestal, plastered painted finish, pre-painted metal sheet as cladding at front, back and two sides with frame, with gutter, with downspout and catch basin, with building permit, with demolition. Comfort room, 3 meters by 4.5 meters, zero point 0.2 meters from NGL, painted plastered finish and glazed tiles at 2 CR only. Glazed tiles at CR with a height of 1.2 meters and sink. Complete plumbing works. Stage of 3 meters by 10 meters with plastered floor finish, plastered painted finish without electrical works. Approved budget for the contract is 6,755,000 pesos. Contract duration of 145 calendar days. Next project is with the contract ID of 23AI0205 re-advertised. Construction of multipurpose building. Evacuation Center, Barangay Tindangan West, Alcala, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item description. Construction of multipurpose building. Evacuation Center. Covered court 20 meters by 30 meters. 5 span and 6 meters with floor area of 600 square meters. 0.4 meters elevation from existing slab. Steel column painted, column pedestal, plastered painted finish, pre-painted metal sheets as cladding at front, back and two side, with frame, with gutter, with downspout and catch basin. With building permit, with demolition, basketball board with ring, two sets, complete electrical works, steel matting at back, two sides, painted finish, existing bleachers to be painted, existing walls to be plastered and painted. Approved budget for the contract, 6,755,000 with a contract duration of 145 calendar days. The next project with the contract ID number of 23AI0209 re-advertised. The contract name is Construction of Multipurpose Building, Evacuation Center, Barangay San Nicolas, Alcala, Pangasinan. The scope of work or item of description is construction of multipurpose building, evacuation center, covered court with the dimension of 20 meters by 25 meters, 5 span at 5 meters with floor area 500 square meters, 0.20 elevation from NGL without PWD ramp, steel column painted, column pedestal, plaster painted, pre-painted metal sheet as cladding at front, back, and two side with frame, with gutter, downspout, and catch basin, with building permit, with demolition, two set of movable basketball board with ring, completed electrical works, comfort room 3 by 4.5 meters, 0.2 from NGL, painted plastered finish and glazed tiles at 2 CR only, glazed tiles at CR with a height of 1.2 and sink, complete plumbing and electrical work stage 3 by 10 meters with floor tiles, plastered painted finish, pathwalk with the dimension of 1.5 by 40 meters long, two bleachers at 5 meters, one side only, painted plastered finish with tiles at the seat without railings. Approved budget for the contract or ABC, 6,755,000 pesos. Contract duration of 145 calendar days. The next project is with the contract ID of 23AI0215 re-advertised. With the contract name, Construction of Multipurpose Building, Evacuation Center, Barangay Anis, Lawak, Pangasinan. Scope of work or item of description. Construction of multipurpose building, evacuation center, covered court 9 by 36 meters, 6 fan at 6 meters, with floor area 324 square meters, 0.20 meters elevation from NGL without PWD ramp, steel column painted, column pedestal, plastered painted finish, pre-painted metal sheet as cladding at front, back, and two side with frame, with gutter, downspout, and catch basin. With building permit, completed electrical works, steel matting, 12 set, 3 by 5.8 meters, 3.6 by 5.8 meters. Comfort room, 3 meters by 4.5 meters, 0.20 from NGL. painted plastered finish, and glaze tiles at 2 CR only, glaze tiles at CR with a height of 1.20 and sink, complete plumbing and electrical works, stage 3 by 9 meters with floor tile, plastered painted finish. Approved budget for the contract, 6,755,000 pesos. Contract duration of 145 calendar days. The next project with the contract ID number 23AI0217. Contract name, Construction of Multipurpose Building Evacuation Center, Sitio Sagitlang, Barangay Labayog, Sison, Pangasinan. The scope of work or item of description, construction of multipurpose building, evacuation center, covered court 20 by 36 meters, span at 6 meters, with floor area 720 square meters, 0.20 elevation from NGL, steel column painted, column pedestal, rough finish, pre-painted metal sheet as cladding at two sides with frame, with gutter but without downspout and catch basin, with building permit with howling. Approved budget for the contract or ABC 6,755,000 pesos. Contract duration 145 calendar days. The next contract with the contract ID number of 24AI0045. Contract name, installation of signage, warning, advisory and regulatory signs, pavement markings and street lights along Manila North Road S00334LZ K0189 plus 700 to K0190 plus 685. Scope of work or item of description. Off-carriageway improvement, paving shoulder with a length of 0.025 kilometers and width of 2.2 rs. Right side. Installation of warning signs and pavement markings. Approved budget for the contract or ABC is 1,704,220 with a contract duration of 30 calendar days. The next project is with the contract ID number of 24AI0046. Contract name, construction of multi-purpose building at Poblacion, Binalonan, Pangasinan. The scope of work or item of description is construction of multi-purpose building covered court 30.8 by 51.45 meters with floor area 1,767.9 square meters with building permit 0.60 meters from elevation from NGL with PWD ramp but without railings, structural works from footing to roof beam only. Trusses and roof framing is not included, bleachers at both sides. Approved budget for the contract or ABC is 14,850,000 pesos. The contract duration is 185 calendar days. Receipt and opening of bids will be on November 28, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at DPWH Conference Room, Tumana, Rosales, Pangasinan. The DPWH e-bid portal is at electronicbids_Pangasinan 3rd at dpwh.gov.ph. YouTube account of https://www.youtube.com/dpwh-pangasinan-3rd-DEO.
Thank you, Engineer Nayan. I would just like to ask the 200 is included in our payment. Thank you, Madam Agent, for the clarification. So this can be included in our opinion. Are there,